Hi viewers, welcome back to Master J Skills. In this video, we will discuss about the Spring Boot profiles, which are called as the application.properties. It means that application's properties. What is profile? A profile is a segregation between a different runtime environments in which the Spring application can run. For example, an application can run locally in development or test environment as well as in production. It is not easy to replicate the same hardware and software setup in all above deployment environment. So the expectation is to configure the application in such a way that it must behave correctly in all these environments. So basically the profiles are nothing but the different environments values. So we will be giving different values to specific environments. But let's take an example of locally. So locally I want to connect to the MySQL, whereas in production I want to connect to the Oracle database. Or in test environment, if I want to connect to the some MongoDB. So different these all have a different configurations, so different values. So for that, to segregate different environment value, the profiles has introduced. The profiles have is introduced is with the help of application.properties. So basically the application runs and takes the values for custom values from the application.properties itself, but the profiles has introduced with the help of the file name itself. So we can segregate the properties based on the environment with the help of application, with the help of properties file name itself. For example, application.properties is a default profile that we know that whenever we create any application or Spring Boot application or a Spring application, default it will create a application.properties or YAML file. Also we will use either property file or YAML files. So here I'm using application.properties. It's the same, only different file type. So accordingly we can configure. So application, so here the application.properties is a default profile, and if you want particularly for dev, we can name like this: application-dev. So this is a development environment, this is a test environment. This is how we can define different environments. Even if we have included these particular files in our application, how the application will pick, so which profile it will pick, so how it will pick, and how we can configure that, we will see in the example. Let's switch to STS. So this is a EMS application, that is employee management system. So I have created these all the different profiles. This is application.properties, application-dev means development properties, production properties, test properties. So I have just taken some random values only. This particular application is connecting to MySQL only, but the same value I have used it in all the files. You can change it accordingly, but you can observe I have just changed the port number 8081, 8082 and 8083 as a server port. Okay, and so let's run this application. So I have just enabled a dev environment. Let's open the dev one. So it is, the port number is 8081. So you can see here 8081 is enabled. So in application properties, we have to specify which profile, because it's a default property. With the help of this property, internally it will fetch whichever the profile. So I have given a dev. Let's make it as an prod. So I'll just make it as an prod. So let's see. You can see the Tomcat server is started on 8082. So it is running on 8082. Let's make it as a test. So it is in 8083. I'll make it as a test. I have included this dev tool, so I'm not restarting the server, but still it is deploying automatically due to this dependency only. Without restarting, it is deploying. It is started on 8083. So this is how we can enable or active our profiles. So this is a one way to configure with the these properties. Another way is this one, the configuration properties. Here I am using spring.data source. So which data source it has to pick? So profile data source, or these are the ways we can configure our data source. So you can see for dev I have used this profile and this test profile. So instead of these files it will pick up these, okay, but still we have to provide in this properties file itself. So it will pick from here. So let's see how I have just printed some statement, just we will get to know how it will run. Okay, so okay, so you can see I have enabled, I think, test. Yeah, we have enabled here test. So where is the test? This is the test. You can see low cost instance I have given. So for test environment, it has picked. Either we can configure like this with the help of a class, or with the help of the properties file itself. So we can configure particularly profiles in these two ways. So hope you understood how we can activate our profiles in the Spring Boot application. If you still have any doubts, please drop in the comment box. I'll make sure to clear all your doubts. So that's all for today's video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to Master J Skills for more such great tutorials. So I'll catch you guys in the next video, and thanks again for watching.